Hey guys, I assume Charles is kind of a newer player. He made a couple of mistakes. I'm going to go ahead and rectify them here. Charles, if you're watching this, not a big deal, man. Just we got to get this right because you broke a couple rules here. Not a big deal. You're going to be fine. We'll get to it. So the first one was your naval battles. Once a ship engages in a battle, it's done. So your destroyer here, he moved. I think he was in the Carolina. He moved one to attack this wherever he was. He moved one to attack the battleship. Once he's engaged in combat, he can't move again, so you can't move him after combat's over. So he has to stay in C Zone 53. Same thing with your cruiser in C Zone 50. Once he engaged in combat, he's not allowed to move once combat's over, so he has to stay there in C Zone 50. There were two transports in the Caroline Island C Zone in C Zone 51, but in your initial setup, you added one extra infantry that shouldn't have been there. So there's actually only 3 infantry on the Caroline Islands. I know that seems counterintuitive since there's 2 transports, but that's the way the game's set up. So you put 2 on a transport and took Borneo, which is fine. You did that on your non-combat move, but since that's an enemy territory, even though it's undefended, you want to do that on your combat move, but I'll let the other guys on the other team decide. I think that should be fine, even though you did on your non-combat move, because it's undefended. There's no battle there, so it should be fine. So that was one of your transports with 2 infantry. The other transport, you picked up 2, which actually there would only be 1 there, and you moved him back here to C Zone, whatever the hell this is, C Zone 1, which again should be fine. There was no combat there or anything like that, so those should be fine there. Up here in Manchuria, these guys you transported from Japan proper. Once they get on the transport and get dropped off, they're not allowed to move again. So once you drop them off in Manchuria, they're done for that turn. And I think you actually blitzed your tank down to Kangsu, and I don't know if you moved this guy or not, but they need to stay there in Manchuria until your next turn. I think that was the only issues, if I'm resolving this correctly. Yeah, that was the only issues you had. But yeah, so once those ships engage in battle, they have to stop. They're not allowed to move afterwards and everything. But other than that, good turn, man. I like your strategy. I like the way you're going. I'm excited to be playing. So if you guys have any other questions, or if I missed anything that y'all picked up on, just put it in the chat, and everything should be good after that. I ended up with Japan at 23. But they got 1 bonus at 28, and I think that was all correct. So, happy gaming. Thanks, guys.